G'day, mate. What is health? Good question. Very good question. Health could be likened to a perspective. So, this perspective also being a decision for what you want. What do you want? What is your reason for existence? In other words, health is an empowerment. It is what actually gives you power to live, to exist. So, what is empowerment? Empowerment is an ability. If you have an ability to do something, you are empowered, right? So we have ability in three different dimensions that I'm aware of. I would love to know if there is more, what they are. Aliens, get at me. I'm open. Uh, so right now, I'm aware of three different, I guess, functions that the human being, you know, comes together as. Um, and right now, that is mental, physical, and spiritual. These are three ways of being. And mentally, the way of being comes together through a language. What we believe ultimately comes through our language that we feed ourselves, that we listen to, that we consume. What is that language coming from? You know, is language believed, or is it kind of cultivated uh, through the self or through your own understanding? Um, I definitely have identified as believing someone's opinion, giving away my power. When I believe language, I'm giving away my power to let you tell me what is true. Yeah, to each their own, but on levels of empowerment, on conscious levels of existence, cultivating your own understanding, believing and trusting that is going to be more empowering. Um, so, mentally, the language we believe is just how you are. Physically, it is a dimension of force. We can be flexible and we can be, strong. Bruce Lee said it. What is more strong? The rigid tree to snap in the wind, or the willow tree able to bend with it? So yeah, it's this dimension of being able to give and also being able to have resilience. Is a wet noodle stronger than a I don't know, something rigid? Um, so this dimension of force is ultimately what we're able to do in terms of health. And it's interesting because I've thought about this before. To be flexible or to be strong, it requires a conditioning. And here we are trying to break our condition. And what is the difference of the conditioning? I guess mentally, psychedelically, the conditioning we see or believe is our condition of what we believe is beautiful, or what we believe is, what we want. I don't know. And physically, we follow through with whatever that belief is. So yeah, again, it's kind of getting rid of that need to be anything. To be conditioned physically in terms of strength or flexibility, it requires a little bit of pain. You don't gain muscle without putting your body under stress. You don't get flexible without, stress. And so our third way of existing that I'm aware of right now, I'm waiting for you aliens to come down and tell me some things, because I believe spiritually, it's just an expression of who we are spiritually. Whatever we believe mentally, however we exist physically, that dimension of force. Uh, so yeah, spiritual is our expression, and whatever the expression is like, I mean, I guess it comes out as a motivation, or it exists because of a motivation. Why we want to be anything at all is like what we ultimately do express. Uh, yeah, so I mean, all three of those things kind of wrap up under freedom, and we all have different, purposes or different reasons, motivations, different, you know, different abilities in terms of how we are and what we do. And so, really, we have a spectrum of what freedom means. And so, we're trying to wrap it under a blanket, one blanket, to say this is freedom. It's not even possible, honestly. It's just not possible. So, yeah, health to me these days is letting go of what I think needs to happen. Nothing needs to happen anyway. It's all good. It's all beautiful. That has been the healthiest thing for me to come to grips with, or come to, peace with, is just being fine with everything, because whatever's going to happen is going to happen. I don't know how much I can control, you know, physically, psychedelically, mentally. I can alter the way I believe about what I'm feeling. Alchemy. And then ultimately, with that alchemy, I can or not shape shift, but I can, I guess, you know, alter things physically. Uh, yeah, I mean, the physicality of an environment shifts with, with the reason of behind of what you believe and what you're doing mentally. Health. Yeah. Language. It's language. Everything, I think, is language.